Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. So today we are going to be doing another crockpot video. I normally don't do crockpot videos this close together, but I figured why not? You guys really enjoy them, so I enjoy doing crockpot videos because they're super simple, super easy, and super quick. And as long as you guys keep watching, I'm going to keep uploading. So if you guys do want to see more, like several a month, let me know. I have a crockpot playlist. I'll have it pinned in the comments and I'll also link it down in the description box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to 5 new Demago crockpot meals. Our first meal is going to be yummy, delicious, oh my gosh, I can't say that for some reason right now. But this is a meatball veggie soup. I'm super excited. I've never had this before. So what you're gonna need is a container of beef broth. I always use the less sodium. You're gonna need meatballs of your choice. I want this to be lower calories, so I'm doing turkey meatballs. And veggies of your choice as well. I have some mixed veggies here. That would be my ideal way to do it, is a whole bag of the mixed veggies. But since I don't have a whole bag, we're gonna do some peas and carrots and then also some green beans. And then you're also going to need, like, I say 1 to 2 cans. I'm gonna kind of eyeball it. I just have 1 can out now of diced tomatoes. You throw all of that into the crock pot, let it cook on low for like 4 hours. You can do it on high for 2. And then 30 minutes before we're about to eat, we're going to put in a cup of this Rotini. And we are gonna have us a delicious, nutritious, there we go, meatball soup. Okay, this smells really good. We have put it on high, cooked the pasta for 30 minutes. So we have meatballs, we have some tomatoes in there, we have some beef broth, we have some veggies. Super, super delicious smelling. I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of put it in bowls. I think something great with this would be some garlic bread, which I think I'm gonna do real quick. And I should have did that. I was editing. I was actually doing a voiceover. But yeah, I think I'm gonna throw some garlic bread into the oven, and we're gonna have garlic bread with our delicious meatball soup. Something else I would probably add to this is some salt, because I realized I did not add salt to it originally. So this is crockpot meal number 1. And by the way, these are all brand new recipes that I've never tried before. So stay to the end and I'll let you know what I thought of each of them. Tonight we are having crockpot Swedish meatballs, and I could not be more excited. Excuse the way I sound, I'm really sick, but we need 2-pound bag of meatballs, frozen meatballs, whether it's turkey or beef. We are going to need 1 can of beef broth, 2 tablespoons of A1 sauce, a package of onion, soup, and dip mix, and 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. So, oh, also, that's what we're gonna need right now, so we're gonna go ahead and dump that in. But we are also going to need some egg noodles. Of course, you can't have Swedish meatballs without egg noodles. Obviously, if you're doing low carb, then you would want to not use those or do some zoodles or something. And then right before we're going to eat, we're gonna start in 1 cup of sour cream. So obviously that's not now. Let's go ahead and dump all this stuff in. Bag of meatballs goes in. No, actually, this is what you wanna do first. You want to go ahead and combine these two
in the bottom of the crock pot. At this point, you guys should know the deal. Put the top on, turn on low for 6 to 8 hours, high for 4 to 6, and I will come back, show you what it looks like right before I add the sour cream. You want to add the sour cream right before you're about to cook your noodles. Yes, you can cook your noodles in here, but I don't want the two mixed together. I want to be able to add the meatballs and the sauce to the noodles, so I don't want it all in the same pot. But you can do that if you want to. About 4 hours in, I actually had to turn it down to keep warm because it was just cooking too much for me. So I'm about to put the noodles on, and I'm taking some sour cream, and I'm just gonna add a cup into here. And I went ahead and I turned it back on to low, so we're gonna go ahead and stir it. Let that cook while you cook the noodles. Or like I said, you could totally throw the noodles in here, and I'll show you how it looks all plated up when it's done. So this is what it looks like with the pasta, and that's what it looks like inside the crock pot. So I'm gonna go enjoy this crock pot meal number 2. I'll see you later for number 3. Okay, so tonight we're going to be making Parmesan chicken and rice. So we have about 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs. The recipe calls for chicken breast, but I like the taste of thighs better. You're also going to need 1 cup of rice. I have 1 cup of brown instant rice. You're going to need a packet of Lipton onion soup mix. The recipe calls for something like a herb and garlic soup mix. I couldn't find it in my grocery store, so I'm just going to use that. You're going to need 2 cans of cream of chicken, 1/4 cup of, what is that, Parmesan cheese, 1 3/4 cups of milk. And what you're going to do now is just combine this and the rice into this bowl, or into a bigger, probably a bigger bowl. Combine it all, pour it over the chicken, pour the Parmesan cheese over, cover it, put it on low for 4 to 6, put on high for 4 to 6, low for 6 to 8. So go ahead and get this started.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down. All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare.
Okay, so this is what we're looking like. I think I had it on high for about 2 hours, then I turned it on low. And rice is definitely cooked, it's definitely stuck, so all of you that say I need to get crock pot liners definitely should have used it for this one. And the chicken is literally already like falling apart, so you can just kind of take your spoon and literally just go like that, and you're just gonna have like little chunks of chicken. Something else that would be really great in here that I think I'm actually gonna add is some broccoli. That would be really good. So you can have broccoli, chicken, and rice. So turn this back on warm, and I will plate this up and show you guys what it looks like. Just gonna keep going through, kind of dicing up that chicken a little bit more. So this is what it looks like in the bowls. I know it looks like mush. I would honestly suggest that you not use instant rice and that you actually use regular rice, but it's super tasty. It really is. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it's really good. So I will see you guys in a few. Today we are having lemon and chicken soup, and this was something I totally should have made last week because I was really, ooh. Anyways, this right here is 1.5 pounds of chicken. I have chicken thighs in here. Recipe calls for chicken breast and also calls for you to chop it up, but the chicken gets so tender it'll just fall apart, so I'm not worried about that. You're gonna need 8 ounces or 8 cups of either spinach, Swiss chard, or what was the other one? Kale. I just have some spinach there. And then I have this little medley of chopped up spinach, onion, and carrots. That's what it calls for in the recipe. Also, 1/4 cup of lemon juice. You need 72.5 ounces of chicken broth. So I'm gonna do 2.5 of these 32 ounce containers. And then you're also going to need lemon slices, halved, thinly sliced, and then halved. So let's go ahead and get to putting this stuff in the crock pot. By the way, I only use 2 containers. I don't think it needs 2.5. I don't think it needed as much broth as it said it did. We are also going to need 4 cups of rice to put in this. I think I'm going to do 2 cups of brown rice and 2 cups of white rice. But you're going to cook that separately on the stove. So yes, on low for, it said 4 to 6 hours. So I'm just going to kind of let it cook all day long. It smells very earthy at this point, so hopefully this will be good. I'm sure it will be. So I will see you when it's almost time to eat. So it's the end of the day. This, honestly, you guys, it smells horrible. I'm not even kidding. It smells very earthy, very much so like spinach. I don't know if those, what are those things called? If those lemons are supposed to be that way, I don't know. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to find this, not the spinach, I'm trying to find the chicken. And when I find it, I'm just going like this. So that way I can start breaking up that chicken. And I am over here cooking some rice. So once that's done, we're gonna pop the rice in here and we're gonna get to eating. I'm gonna probably eat this with some goldfish. I'm thinking you probably don't want these lemons, but if they didn't want you to keep the lemon, they wouldn't have told you to put it in there, right? Put that lid back on until my rice is done, and then we'll add the rice here, and then we'll plate it up, bowl it up. You know what I mean? So this is what this yummy look. So this is what this yumminess looks like. And I will see you guys soon with the next crock pot meal. Tonight we are having steak burritos. So you want 2 pounds of flank steak. I have 1.5 pounds here. And then you want a 4-ounce can of diced green chilies, 2 packages of taco seasoning, and you want 1 tablespoon of distilled vinegar, and then of course whatever toppings you're gonna want for your burritos later on. But obviously for the meat part, this is everything you're gonna need, and it's super easy. You literally just put the taco seasoning on the meat, pour this on top, put 1 tablespoon of vinegar, put it on low for 8 to 9 hours, fry for 4 to 6, and you're gonna have delicious steak burritos. So I'm just gonna throw this in the crock pot real quick, season it, dump everything else in, and we'll be good to go. This has been smelling up my home like, oh, it smells so good. It's been smelling it up all day long. So what I'm gonna do now is just kind of shred it. I wish I had some taco shells, but the only thing that I have is tortillas. Yeah. So we're just gonna put this into some tortillas, put some cheese on there, top it with some sour cream. I wish I had some refried beans, maybe some pico, some chips, but this would go really good over rice too. It's literally just falling apart, smells delicious. By the way, I've literally been cooking this all day. It's now 7:39. Well, I started this about 12, so I've been cooking it for about 8 hours. It stayed on high for maybe about 2. So it smells divine. So here we go. Shred that up. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some tortillas, plop some of this in there, and I'll show you what our burritos are gonna look like. So basically this is what it's gonna look like. I mean, obviously we're gonna like kind of roll it up like this. Probably eat it like that, but yeah. They're just gonna eat theirs with the meat and the cheese. I'm gonna put some sour cream on mine, and it's time to dig in. We're excited. This smells delicious. I think this would be perfect with some sauteed onions and peppers. Yes, that would be so delicious. So we're gonna go eat. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a second to do a review of all of the meals you just saw. So let's go ahead and go over these. The lemon chicken and rice soup was not good. It was not good at all. I would definitely forego the sliced lemon. The sliced lemon in there was just gross, and then it was hard to like fish it out because it was so soft, and then it was just gross. I felt like there was too much spinach in there. It tasted very earthy. That's what I always say when there's like too much green something. It tastes too green. Like it just wasn't good. I ended up giving it to my parents. I have not heard feedback on whether they liked it or not. I just felt like it was too lemony, me and the kids, and too lemony and too much spinach. Other than that, I think it would be really great. So if you were to make that, forego the lemon slices, maybe cut back on the lemon, like it had called for a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. So maybe just get a lemon and squeeze the juice in there. That might be better, because everything else is good. And then don't put as much spinach. Maybe mix some kale in there. I don't know. The meatball veggie soup, that one was good. I'm kind of over, to be honest, I'm kind of over the turkey meatballs. So if I were to make that again, I feel like I would probably make my own meatballs. I think that would be really good. Because I have yet to find a lower fat beef meatball. So if I were to do that one again, I would definitely make my own. But it was delicious. If you like turkey meatballs, go ahead. When I first started eating the turkey meatballs, I was like, these are so good. Now I'm just kind of over them, and I'm like, I'm not a big fan of like ground turkey and turkey breast, so you know. Steak burritos. The steak burritos were delicious. The kids killed them, and Cantrell, he does not like burritos, and actually Ava doesn't like burritos either. So for them to have been like, oh my gosh, this is so good, oh my gosh, it's so good, oh my gosh, it's so good, you know it was good. So they did mention it was like a little spicy. They were like, oh my gosh, it's a little spicy. So if your kids are sensitive, or if you're sensitive to spice, to me it was perfect. And I don't like spicy food, but the green chilies did add just a tiny bit of a kick. So maybe if your kids don't like spice, Like I said, even with them saying, oh my gosh, it's a little hot, they still tore it up and were like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So incredibly flavorful and tender, just delicious. But yeah, if your kids are sensitive to spice, or you are, then just kind of cut back on the green chilies. The Swedish meatballs, delicious. Again, not crazy about the turkey meatballs, because that's what I use. If I would have used beef meatballs, it would have been like perfection. What I ended up doing was taking all of the turkey meatballs out. Like, I ate it a couple of times. I even had my mom over. Like, that made, oh my gosh, so much food. That was like enough food to feed like an army. So it's definitely one of those like more inexpensive meals that's gonna feed a lot of people. But my thing is, what was I gonna say? My mom ate it, me and the kids ate it, I ate it like 3 times, and then I was just, again, over the turkey meatballs. So what I ended up doing was taking the turkey meatballs out, and I put in one of my pounds of ground beef that I have in the freezer, and oh my gosh, it was so good. So flavorful, so delicious. The Parmesan chicken and rice, I actually, oh, that was the stuff that looked like, that didn't look good. Okay, so about that. First of all, I used instant rice because I don't know that I've ever used rice in the crock pot before. And I was researching and people were like, don't ever use rice in the crock pot and this and that. I don't know, maybe I was still really sick when I was doing my research on this. So maybe I was like reading it wrong, I don't know. But I don't know, like, it was not good. So that's why I used instant rice. And the texture was just, it was just off. It was very flavorful and had good flavor, but it was too mushy, and just the rice was literally mush. So if you were to make that, definitely go with, like, if you're gonna do like a brown rice, go with like a whole grain brown rice. Or if you can't and you have not had much luck with rice, let me know in the comments down below. Have you had luck with making rice in the crock pot? Let me know in the comments down below, because what I was gonna say was, you can make the chicken and put everything else in there, and then just make your rice separate and then add that together, and then that will probably be better. But if you can do it and you want to do brown rice, obviously don't use the instant. Same with the white rice, just do not instant. So that is the little synopsis of how everything was. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps my channel more than you guys will ever know, and I truly appreciate all of the support. Hope that you guys enjoyed. Love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.